Right now, things are moving in a way that is making many people sit up and pay attention very closely. Because what is happening is not just normal political activity. It is something that is slowly building and showing signs of pressure inside the system. And when you look at this situation carefully, you begin to see that this conversation around leadership is becoming more serious than before. Stay with me and follow this step by step, because this is where the real story is. There is a growing sense that something is shifting, not in a loud way at first, but in a quiet and steady way. And when you start hearing strong words like the end, it tells you that some people are no longer comfortable to keep quiet. They now want to speak openly. And when that happens, it changes everything. Now, think about this carefully. When people begin to speak boldly about leadership direction, it usually means there are deeper issues that have been building for a long time, and now they are starting to come out in the open where everyone can hear and see. And as you are listening to this, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel, because we are breaking everything down for you in a simple way so you understand what is really going on step by step. What is happening right now is not just about one statement. It is about a bigger picture, a situation where there are questions about leadership direction, questions about the future, and questions about what comes next. And when these questions start to grow, they create pressure. This pressure does not show immediately, but slowly it begins to appear in conversations, in actions, and even in silence. Now let's go deeper so you understand clearly. There are moments in politics where everything looks calm on the surface, but underneath there are movements taking place. And what we are seeing now is one of those moments where things are not as quiet as they look. Because when strong statements come out, especially in public discussions, it means the conversation is no longer hidden. It is now in front of everyone. And when it reaches that stage, it becomes very important. So ask yourself this simple question. Why now? Why is this happening at this particular time? Timing in politics is very important. And nothing just happens without a reason. There is always something behind it, something that leads to that moment. And right now, that moment is here. As you continue to listen, don't forget to like this video and subscribe, because we are going to keep following this story and give you clear updates in a way that everyone can understand. Now, let's continue. When people begin to talk about change, it can mean different things. Sometimes it means frustration, sometimes it means expectation, and sometimes it means preparation for something new. And this is where you need to pay attention, because when the talk becomes stronger, it usually leads to reactions, and reactions can tell you a lot about what is really happening. Some people will agree, some people will not agree. But the most important thing is that the conversation has started. And once it starts, it does not just stop like that. It keeps growing. Now imagine this. When discussions move from private spaces to public platforms, it means the message is being spread wider and more people are becoming aware. And when more people become aware, it creates momentum. Momentum is very powerful. Because once momentum builds, it can lead to real changes over time. Now, stay with me, because this part is very important. Whenever there is talk about leadership direction, people begin to look at the future. They begin to ask questions like, what happens next? Who comes next? And what changes will come? And those questions are not small questions. They are very big questions, because they affect everything. They affect decisions, they affect confidence, and they affect how people see the future. And as you are following this, go ahead and like this video and subscribe so you don't miss any part of this story, because we are breaking it down for you in a simple and clear way. Now, another thing you need to understand is this. In situations like this, sometimes what is not said is just as important as what is said. Silence can also send a message. If there is no quick response, people begin to think, they begin to analyze, and they begin to draw their own conclusions. And that is how the conversation grows even bigger. Now think about this carefully. If strong statements are made and there is no direct response, what does that mean? Is it strategy or is it something else? This is where things become very interesting, because in politics, every move matters, every word matters, and every silence also matters. Now, let's continue step by step. There is also the role of the public. The public is not just watching, the public is reacting. And those reactions are very important because they show the mood, they show the feeling, and they show the direction of thinking. And when you combine strong statements with strong reactions, it creates a situation that cannot be ignored. Now, I want you to stay focused on this point. This is not something that ends quickly. This is something that develops over time. And the more it develops, the more we begin to see clearer signs of what is really happening. So what should you be watching right now? You should be watching actions, because actions will tell you more than words. Watch what happens next. Watch how things move. Watch how different people respond, and that will give you a clearer picture. And as you continue to follow this, make sure you like this video and subscribe, because we are going to keep bringing you updates in a simple and clear way so you don't miss anything. Now, let's go deeper again. There is also the question of unity. When situations like this come up, people begin to look at unity. They begin to ask if everything is still together or if there are signs of separation. And that is another important thing to watch, because unity plays a big role in stability. Now, think about it like this. If everything is strong and united, there will be clear direction. But if there are signs of division, it will begin to show in different ways. And those signs are what people are now paying attention to. So the situation right now is one that requires close attention. Not panic, but attention. Because understanding what is happening helps you stay informed. And staying informed is very important. Now, as we move forward, I want to keep you engaged. Drop your thoughts. What do you think about this situation? Do you think this is just talk, or do you think something bigger is coming? And don't forget to like this video and subscribe, because your support helps us bring you more clear updates like this. Let's continue. Another angle to look at is how fast things are moving. Sometimes situations move slowly, and sometimes they move very fast. Right now, it looks like things are building step by step. Not too fast, not too slow. And that kind of movement is very important, because it allows people to adjust, to react, and to prepare. Now stay with me, because the next phase is always the most important. After the talk and the reactions, there comes a stage where actions begin to show clearly. And when that stage comes, everything becomes clearer. So right now, we are watching closely. We are listening carefully, and we are connecting the dots step by step